Welcome to your Sun in Scorpio transit forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional Western and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's transit forecast with you. Please like and subscribe as it helps the channel to grow. If you are new here, you can check out my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who've been following me, thank you for joining me on this journey. I appreciate each and every one of you. As we move towards the final weeks of October, the Sun is now going to transition into the very magnetic and transformative sign of Scorpio on October 22nd, 2024. Now, this shift is about signaling a period of introspection, of personal growth, of intense emotional exploration. Scorpio is ruled by both Mars and Pluto. It brings these these themes of power. Scorpio is like a magnet. It either repels or it pulls in. So it's about transformation. It's depth. It's asking us to confront the most profound aspects of our lives. Scorpio season is this invitation to shed what no longer serves you. Think of it as a snake, and snakes grow, change, and evolve, and they have to get rid of the skin in order to evolve into who they now are, their best and highest good. The snake is the transformation of growth and exploration. And so Scorpio season being the invitation to shed no longer what serves you. And it's about diving into the mysteries of your psyche and of your soul. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to face truths, even when they're difficult. This is allowing you the process of transformation in order to guide you towards your inner empowerment. Now, Scorpio hates anything that's superficial, and so there will be no place, time, reason, anything for this during this time period. The energy here is going to be encouraging you to explore your emotional depths in order to heal old wounds, to rebuild these stronger foundations for your future. Scorpio represents the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It's the cycle of the transformation of. In this season, you're invited to embrace the change, to let go of your past, to prepare for your personal evolution. This transformative energy that Scorpio brings is deep. It's often pulling you towards these emotional realms that require you to heal and renew. It's a time of purging old habits. These could be relationships or thought patterns, anything that no longer serves your best and highest good. Scorpio's energy, it urges us to turn inward. We are encouraged to explore our shadow side, to confront our fears, to tap into your inner reserves of strength. During this period, you might feel drawn to explore your psychological depths in order to seek greater understanding of your inner world. This process of introspection is helping you to align more authentically with your purpose and reclaim your power. Scorpio season often amplifies our emotions. It brings about these feelings of intensity and passion. While this can lead to moments of emotional vulnerability, it also fosters this deep connection within ourselves and with others. Emotional honesty is going to be key at this time period. The willingness to express our truths, even when they're uncomfortable. Scorpio is associated with secrets. It's with mysteries. It's of the unseen or the unknown. As the sun illuminates this sign, hidden truths can now come to the surface, whether these truths are personal or they're relational or they're societal. The energy of Scorpio is compelling you to confront what has been buried and to face it head on with courage. This is a season where transformation, healing, and personal growth are not just possibilities. They are the inevitable. It's how do you navigate these challenges and these opportunities at this time is going to determine the depth of your transformation. Major transits to watch for during the Scorpio season. We start off with October 22nd. The sun is going to square Pluto at 29 degrees. 29 degrees is an anaretic degree. It's a pivotal moment. Squares are these tense points. So just before the sun moves into the sign of Scorpio, there's this tense square aspect with Pluto, the planet of transformation, the planet of power. And this aspect, it's creating this intense energy that brings issues of control, of manipulation, of our deep-seated fears to the forefront. You might feel pressured to make these significant changes or to face these power struggles, either internally or externally. Pluto, its influence, it urges us to confront our shadow aspect that within our life in order to let go of what's not serving us. And the square is about bringing this challenge to the surface. It's ultimately encouraging you this profound inner growth of your evolution by breaking down structures that are no longer sustainable. Then on November 2nd, the sun is going to trine Saturn. I love this because trines are these harmonious aspects. They're both going to be at 12 degrees. And so having this harmonious energy, this aspect of a trine between Sun and Saturn, Saturn is the planet that has the rings around it. And so it's about boundaries. This is going to offer this opportunity to bring structure and stability to your life. This will be a time of like deep emotional depth and the insight of the Scorpio season and channeling it into practical, disciplined efforts. This is an ideal period for you to solidify your long-term plans, taking responsibility for your goals, because Saturn wants to build structures that will last over a longer period of time. Trines, they bring this ease and flow. And with Saturn involved, this transit is offering you this grounded approach to Scorpio's emotional intensity. It supports your efforts that require focus and discipline and patience in order to help you build the strong foundation for your future success. Then on November 16th, the sun is going to oppose Uranus. An opposition is directly across the chart from each other, and this will be at 24 degrees. So an opposition is just that. The sun is going to oppose shock, surprise, freedom, liberation. The sun's opposition to Uranus, it really introduces the element of unpredictability, of sudden change. This transit can bring about disruptions or surprising events that are going to shake up your current situations, your current circumstances. While the energy can feel destabilizing, it's also this potential for these breakthroughs, innovation, particularly in areas where you have felt stuck or stagnant. Uranus is the planet of rebellion and of change, and it opposes the sun. So it's pushing you to break free from old patterns, to embrace these new perspectives. Flexibility and openness are going to be the desire to move forward for changes that are going to be essential for you during this transit. Expect the unexpected. Be prepared to adapt to the shifts that might take you by surprise. And then as you move through this powerful Scorpio season, it's going to be essential for you to remain open to these changes and these transformations as they slowly start to unfold. The combination of going within for the deep introspection, the emotional honesty, the willingness to confront your shadow, these can lead to profound personal growth opportunities for you. Whether you're facing these intense challenges or uncovering hidden truths, remember that this is a season of rebirth, one that's ultimately here to guide you towards a greater alignment with your true highest self. Offerings this month. Join my Patreon community for exclusive astrology content. As a member, you'll gain access to ad-free early forecasts and monthly live tarot and astrology Zoom sessions. It's the perfect space to dive deeper into the celestial currents that guide your life. Go to the link below in the description and explore all the membership tiers and benefits. I have a special for Scorpios. Celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return reading at a special rate. Use the code Scorpio10 at checkout and enjoy the this limited time discount. Schedule your appointment today and discover what the universe has in store for you for your year ahead. Additionally, I'm offering live astrology consultations every other Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reserve your spot and get in the queue as spaces fill up fast. So be sure to use the link below. I'm looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you to help you navigate your journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries sun, moon, and rising, the sun is now moving into your 8th house. This is the house of transformation. It's our shared resources. It's you combining your resources with somebody else. This could be through debt or wills, as in alimony or child support. This is the house of investments, where you've invested in time or people or places. The 8th house is psychological, retirement, savings. It's death, it's sexuality. It's the house of taboo topics, or the house of deep bonding, where we're connected with other people. And so having the sun transit through your 8th house, it's shining a light now on the deep emotional and psychological transformations that come through shared resources or intimate partnerships with you. During this time period for you, you're going to be called upon to explore this inner depths of you facing your fears, you transforming parts of your life that just feel stagnant. This could be in financial matters. This could be anything that involves joint ventures with others. This is going to be an excellent time for you to let go of any past traumas or these limited belief systems, allowing for personal growth and healing. Now, the Sun trine Saturn on November 4th is going to provide this stabilizing energy in order for you to help restructure how you manage your joint finances, your emotional connections with others. It's going to be this ideal time for this long-term planning in these areas, helping you to lay the groundwork for your financial security and your emotional resilience. Now, there's going to be two challenges. The first is going to be, there's going to be a Sun square Pluto on October 22nd that brings about these intense confrontations that are related to control and power dynamics, either in close relationships or in shared financial matters. And then the Sun will oppose Uranus on November 16th. Now, this could trigger these sudden disruptions in this area that you're going to need to be flexible. Remember, Uranus is shock and surprise, and you just are not able to plan for it. This transit is really offering you profound emotional and psychological transformation that comes from within for you, inviting you to have these conversations, bring them to the surface, talk about them, clear away anything that's old, make room for the deeper emotional connections to have with other people, while the power struggles or the unexpected disruptions, they can arise. The outcome is going to leave you more empowered, more aligned with your inner truth. Stay grounded during this time period by avoiding volatility, by embracing the stabilizing influence of Saturn. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the Sun is going to be illuminating your 7th house of partnerships. I call it the +1 house. Business partners, significant others, open enemies, exes, clients, best friends. It's love, it's contractual agreements. It's you out in the world with other people. And it represents like these promises or negotiations, or where we learn to cooperate, or where we learn to handle conflict and legal matters. And so having the Sun now navigate your 7th house of relationships and partnerships, it highlights the significance of both romantic and professional. So we have personal and professional being highlighted here. You're likely to focus on your closest relationships, wanting to seek deep commitment or emotional authenticity between you and others. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to assess whether your partnerships really align with your core values, especially with long-term goals. Relationships that have become stagnant or that they lack this emotional connection will either need to be reworked or you may release them. New relationships formed during this time period could have a profound impact on you, offering intense emotional connection and a shared growth opportunity. So the transits, I want to start off with the positive. The opportunity comes with the Sun trine Saturn, and this is going to happen on November 4th. This is going to be an ideal time to solidify your long-term commitments. And so this energy supports the stabilizing of your partnerships by bringing in greater emotional security and maturity and responsibility within your relationships, whether it's a business partner or a romantic partner. This aspect is encouraging long-term thinking and emotional resilience. The two challenges are October 22nd and November 16th. So on October 22nd, this is the Sun square Pluto. Now, this can trigger these power struggles within the relationships. And then the Sun opposite of Uranus on November 16th brings in these unexpected changes that disrupt your emotional equilibrium. So be prepared for sudden shifts that could either bring liberation or bring tension. Your relationships are, for this time period, this month, are really going to be in the spotlight. There's going to be deep emotional introspection on your part with a potential for transformation. While challenges can arise, the stabilizing energy of Saturn is here to help you solidify these bonds that you are building upon for trust, for authenticity. Stay open to the shifts that Uranus can bring. Use them as these catalysts for opportunities to realign with your true relationship values. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising, the Sun is now going to be shifting into your 6th house of your balance between home and work. It's your day-to-day habits, how you take care of yourself, alternative health care and healing practices. And so this is the house of your daily routine. So with the Sun focused on your 6th house, your focus now turns towards your health, your work, and needing to find a balance. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to evaluate the systems, the structures that govern your everyday life. How are your habits serving you? Are you taking care of your physical and your mental well-being? Are you scheduling the doctor's appointment or the chiropractor or the dentist appointment or with your counselor or with your mentor? The energy of Scorpio is going to encourage you to take this deep dive into how do you improve your work-life balance by addressing any health concerns. You might feel compelled to reorganize your workspace or to adopt a new health routine at this time. You might want to focus on your emotional as well as your physical wellness during this time. Now, I want to focus first on the opportunities. There's going to be a Sun trine Saturn on November 4th. This is going to provide you the perfect opportunity to implement these long-term health and work routines. Saturn has this stabilizing energy about it that can help you build consistency within your habits, that can lead to things that are sustainable, like as in improvements in your health and your productivity. This is a great time to tackle any long-term projects that can be work-related. Now, the two challenges come up with the squares. The first square is going to be Sun square Pluto on October 22nd. So as soon as the Sun moves into Scorpio, and it's going to bring these challenges that are related to workplace power dynamics, or this could bring a spotlight on health issues. While the Sun opposite of Uranus on November 16th could really disrupt your routine, bringing about unexpected energy that's pushing you to be flexible, pushing you to be adaptable. These transits, They're offering you the chance to truly overhaul your day-to-day routines, to improve your overall health and well-being. These challenges might arise through disruptions or workplace conflicts, but with Saturn's help, it's an opportunity for you to create these lasting positive changes. So stay open to any new approaches, particularly with health and your work environment, as they could lead to greater efficiency and greater balance for you. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking to book a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. Don't forget to subscribe. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and the Sun moving into your 5th house is in a harmonic aspect to your 1st house of who you are, your identity. It's a fellow water sign. And so the Sun transiting through your 5th house is going to bring the focus on creativity, your self-expression, romance, children. The 5th house is what brings joy and pleasure to you. And so this will be a time that you're going to look at embracing the joy and the pleasures of life, whether they're through artistic endeavors or romantic pursuits or time spent with children or tapping into your inner child. This is going to be an opportunity where Scorpio's energy is encouraging you to engage in these activities that bring out your passion, bring out your fulfillment. It's to tap into joy and pleasure. And so Scorpio's energy, it deepens your creative drive. It's pushing you to explore these themes of transformation and emotional intensity through your self-expression. New creative projects or romantic relationships might take on a life-changing quality during this time. I want to talk about first the positive, because we're going to have this opportunity of the Sun trine Saturn on November 4th. This is going to be offering this supportive energy and structure. Remember, Saturn is the planet with the rings around it, and it wants to build things that will last over a longer period of time. And so it's building a structure of creative projects or taking responsibility for the approach to these romantic relationships or to parenting. This is going to be a great time that you're going to want to commit to these creative endeavors that can strengthen the bonds with these loved ones, or strengthen the bonds with you exploring your creative self-expression during with hobbies or things that you want to do, music and art and beauty. Now the challenges are going to be with the square and the opposition. We're going to first have the Sun square Pluto on October 22nd. Remember, squares are tense points, and so this could stir up power struggles in romantic relationships or with children. And then the Sun opposite of Uranus on November 16th. This can bring these unexpected changes or these creative projects within your creative circle or with your love life. Uranus is shock and surprise, and it's the wild card. You cannot predict it. And so with the Sun traveling through Scorpio, this will be a time for you to deepen your passions and your creative pursuits, but you might face these challenges that come with power struggles or unexpected disruptions. Saturn's influence is here to help you bring some stability to your creative output, allowing you to transform your emotional intensity into productive and fulfilling work. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. Or if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have the Sun, your chart ruler, moving into your 4th house of your home, your family, your roots, your foundations. The 4th house is what we build our life upon. It represents your living situation or your personal life. It's not just your home, but it's your city, your state, your country. it's the foundation of your life. And so having the sun move through your fourth house, it really brings a spotlight and turns your home and your family and your focus on your emotional foundations. You might feel a stronger need to focus on your domestic life, or by creating this sense of security and stability within your household. Emotional matters that are related to your past or your roots, or like your genealogy, like think about your parents, your grandparents, and wanting to have some sense of security. You saying, I need to focus on my home, I need security, I need stability within my household. Emotional matters that are related to your past, like your roots and your family, they can now be brought up in order to prompt you to look inward for introspection and for some healing. You might feel called to redecorate or to move or resolve any long-standing family issues that have been affecting your inner peace. Now, I want to talk about the opportunities first with the trine. You're going to have the Sun trine Saturn on November 4th. This is going to provide the stabilizing energy that's going to help you build more of a stronger emotional foundation, because Saturn has the rings around it. It wants to build things that will last. And so this is building a structure within your home life that it's going to be a great time to make these long-term decisions that are related to family or real estate matters. Now, the two challenges are the Sun square Pluto that's going to happen on October 22nd, so right away. And Pluto is the planet of birth, death, and rebirth. It's the planet of transformation. And so on October 22nd, there's this energy of triggering power struggles or control issues that come up within your own family, or the people that feel like family, or the people that have raised you. Now, the second is going to be the Sun opposing Uranus. This is going to happen on November 16th. This could bring sudden changes within your living situation or within your family dynamics. This is a time that you're going to need to be adaptable. Aquarius is a wild card. It has something to, it's in the house of your career, your job, your responsibilities. And so it brings unexpected challenges and change. This transit is really emphasizing the need for you to have emotional security and stability within your home for your foundation. While the challenges can arise, especially within family matters or within overall the energy that supports long-term improvements of your domestic environment, stay flexible and expect these unexpected shifts. Use the stabilizing energy that comes from Saturn in order to create emotional and physical security at this time. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising, the Sun is now going to be moving into your third house of communication. The third house revolves around your neighborhood, your siblings, your cousins. It's you at the dog park, you at the grocery store, you communicating, how you gather information, how you share information with other people. It's also the house of email, phone, gossip, transportation. And so when we bring in those topics of the Sun transiting through this third house, it emphasizes all types of communication, learning, and your intellectual pursuits. You might feel more mentally stimulated or eager to engage in conversations or shorter trips or educational endeavors, like take a class or take a workshop, something that'll be closer to home. This is going to be an excellent time that you're going to want to focus on writing or networking or short trips or building the stronger connections with people that you connect with on a day-to-day basis. Scorpio's intense energy, it brings depth to your thoughts. It pushes you to explore more profound ideas and topics. Now, the opportunities, I want to start off with that first, because we're going to have the Sun trine Saturn. It's going to happen on November 4th. And so Saturn has the rings around it. It's the planet with that wants to have boundaries, but it also wants to build things that will last over a longer period of time. And so having this Sun trine Saturn on November 4th, it's offering you the opportunity to bring structure to your communication efforts, whether it's a writing project, or whether it's a class or a course or something that you're studying, or strengthening your relationships within your siblings, your neighbors, or your community. This aspect is encouraging you for these long-term focused intellectual work. Now, the two challenges are going to be, the first is going to be Sun square Pluto on October 22nd. So as soon as the Sun moves into Scorpio, this can bring about these power struggles or control issues within communication and siblings, and bringing things to the surface. Like this could be fights and arguments. While the Sun opposite of Uranus on November 16th, this can cause disruptions within travel plans or communication, while pushing you to adapt quickly to these unexpected challenges. Uranus is the wild card. We cannot predict what's going to happen with it. So this period for you is going to be ideal for you to focus on your intellectual growth, meaningful communication, while some tensions can arise, particularly with the way that you communicate within local matters, taking a class, taking a workshop. You're going to have this opportunity to solidify your long-term intellectual pursuits or projects. Stay open to unexpected changes in how you communicate and adapt to these new ways of thinking. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have the Sun moving through your second house. The second house represents your money, your skill set, your cash, your property. It represents all topics that have to do with what you need in order to feel secure. It's your possessions. It represents all topics of your salary, sensual pleasures. So having the Sun move through your second house, it's going to bring out topics of your finances. This could be your material resources, your personal values. All of these topics are now going to have this laser focus or magnified energy with the Sun and deep probing of Scorpio's energy. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to reassess how do you earn, how do you manage your money, as well as how you evaluate what you truly value in life. This will be like feeling of an urge to want to stabilize your financial situation in order to align your income with your deeper values, your core values. Scorpio's influence here, it adds intensity. It encourages you to make the transformative decisions about your financial security and your personal self-worth. So there's three major transits that I want to bring to your attention. The first is going to be November 4th, because it's a positive, something to look forward to. We're going to have this opportunity of a Sun trine Saturn. So on November 4th, this is providing you this support for creating these long-term financial stability. Saturn has the rings on it, and it wants the healthy boundaries, but it wants to build something that lasts over a longer period of time. And so this is going to be an excellent time for you to budget, look at your savings, making these sound financial decisions or investments. This encourages you to align your material goals with your core values and your skill set. Now, the two challenges come with the first on October 22nd. So as soon as the Sun moves into Scorpio, there will be a Sun square Pluto. And this brings financial power struggles or challenges, topics of you feeling uncomfortable and being pulled into different directions within your sense of self-worth, like not feeling secure. While the Sun opposite of Uranus on November 16th brings about this sudden financial shifts in unexpected expenses. And so Uranus is a wild card. This is in the house of your shared resources with other people, or paying off debt, or the house of deep psychological connections or bonding, or your investments. And so I encourage you to focus on building your financial security, you aligning with your values during this time. While financial challenges, they can definitely arise, especially from these sudden changes or control issues. The energy is supporting your long-term financial planning and your long-term personal growth. Stay adaptable and use Saturn's influence in order to stabilize your resources. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking to book a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. Don't forget to subscribe. So for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is your time. The Sun moving into your first house of your identity, your personality, you being seen, your gestures, your ego, your self-interest, where you want to launch things that you want to do. How do you want to be seen? I always say that the first house is like your business card or your website. It's what do you want to present for other people? And so having the Sun move into your first house of identity, all eyes are now going to be on you. This is your time to shine. It's a time to focus on your personal growth, your identity, your self-expression. You're going to feel this renewed sense of confidence and purpose as you navigate this transit. Scorpio's energy, it's adding a renewed sense of personal development, urging you to dig deep and make the powerful changes in how you present yourself to the world. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to step into your personal power, transform any aspects of your life that are about your identity that no longer resonate with your true self. I want to share first the opportunity before I get into the difficulties. So the first opportunity is going to be the Sun trine Saturn. This will happen on November 4th, and this is going to support you building a more strong and disciplined approach to your personal development. Saturn has the rings around it, and it wants to build structures that will last over a long period of time. So this is you working on what you want to build, and this will be an excellent time for you to focus on these long-term goals of self-discipline, of personal responsibility, helping you to build this more stronger and resilient identity. The two challenges come with the first one being Sun square Pluto on October 22nd. So literally, as soon as the Sun moves into your sign, it's going to give you this angst, power struggles of this intense self-reflection. So this is what's going to motivate you for the rest of this month. While the Sun opposite of Uranus on November 16th, this is going to lead to these unexpected changes in how you see yourself and how others perceive you. Uranus is a wild card. It's shock, it's surprise. It's in your +1 or partnership sector. So this transformative time for you, Scorpio, is about you redefining your identity, your ego, you stepping into a more powerful version of yourself. Now, there's going to be challenges that are going to arise, especially in terms of your self-expression and your personal growth, but Saturn's influence is really going to help you to stay grounded, to stay focused on the long-term development. Be ready for these unexpected challenges and changes, but know that they're ultimately going to lead you to be the more authentic you. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you now have the Sun moving into your 12th house. The 12th house is the hidden house. It's the house of secrets, our personal unconscious, our shadow self. It's where we do shamanic work. It's where we connect to our angels and our guides and our divine. It's where we heal and renew. It's where we go behind the scenes and take those deep journeys in order to transcend, to have the inner healing. So the Sun's transit moving through your 12th house, it's going to illuminate your subconscious, your spiritual growth. the need for inner healing. You might feel drawn to a retreat from the outside world that you can focus on your inner work or rest or reflection. This could be through yoga, meditation, or literally a retreat. The 12th house also represents hospitalizations and institutions. So this is going to be a time of letting go of old baggage, of confronting the hidden fears by addressing any unresolved issues that have come from the past, either from people putting their thoughts and ideas on you, from like grandparents to parents, or things that you brought in generational, or the broken record that you hear inside of yourself. Scorpio's energy, it brings the intensity to process this and encourages the deep emotional and psychological healing that can come from releasing and letting this go. Now, there's going to be a beautiful opportunity, and I want to start off with that. So the opportunity is going to come with Sun trine Saturn, and that's going to be on November 4th. Saturn is the planet that has the rings around it. It wants to build structures that will last over a longer period of time. And so this is going to happen on November 4th, and it's supporting you doing this inner work for the long-term healing efforts that can come from it. So is this through counseling, meditation? This is going to be a great time to engage in therapy or meditation or spiritual practices that require you to be disciplined and to be focused. Now, the challenges come from as soon as the sun moves into your 12th house. This will happen on October 22nd, and it will square with Pluto, creating this tense aspect that's going to bring up these hidden fears or these subconscious power struggles. It's going to bring them to the surface in order for you to identify, this is what I need to work on first. Now, the sun is going to oppose Uranus on November 16th. This can trigger unexpected revelations or disruptions of your inner world. Uranus is shock and surprise, and we can't pin it down. We can't predict it. It is the wild card that brings the shock and the surprise. It wants freedom and liberation. And so that is the goal of its transit. And it will be opposing who you are, pushing you to say that this is a time of me having this deep spiritual and psychological transformation. While it may be challenging for you to confront these hidden fears and these past traumas, the energy is supporting long-term healing and emotional release that can come from it. So stay open to these sudden insights or these disruptions, as they are here to lead you to the breakthroughs in your spiritual journey. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking to book a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Capricorn sun, moon, and rising, you now have the sun moving through your 11th house. The 11th house is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your community. The 11th house is like your star family. It brings in how you help to support the collective, where you are with clubs and organizations. This could be your work community, but this can also be the community or the networks that you join for fun and pleasure. And so having the sun move through your 11th house, it brings attention to friendships and your community involvement and your long-term goals. You're going to feel more connected to your social circle, and you may be more focused on networking or collaboration or aligning with like-minded individuals. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to reassess your future aspirations, making sure that do they align with your core values, your desires. Scorpio's influence, it really encourages you to take a deep dive look into your friendships, your community connections, and asking, are these supporting my growth? And if not, I need to make a decision. I need to make a choice. Now, opportunities that are going to come from this, that's going to be the Sun trine Saturn that'll happen on November 4th. This is going to offer you stability within friendships and the long-term goal setting. Saturn has the rings around it, and it wants you to build structures that will last over a longer period of time. And so This will be a great time that you're going to want to solidify your place within your community, or you may take on leadership roles within your social groups or networks. Now, there's two challenges that I want to bring up. The first is the Sun square Pluto, and that will happen immediately on October 22nd. Pluto is the planet of birth, death, and rebirth. It's the planet of transformation. And so it can bring these power struggles within friendships or social circles, while the second one is going to be the Sun opposite of Uranus, so Sun opposing the Great Liberator. This will happen on November 16th, and this can cause these unexpected shifts within your goals or your social circles. We cannot determine what Uranus brings. Uranus comes in and it's shock, liberation, and freedom of. And so while this transit for you with the Sun in Scorpio, it's highlighting the importance of your community, your social connections, your work life, your life of who do you want to connect, either for fun, joy, pleasure, or for to move your career along. There can be these challenges that arise with these power struggles or sudden changes, but Saturn's influence here, it can help you build these lasting relationships, and you can work towards meaningful long-term goals. Stay adaptable to the shifts in your social environment within these networks, and use this time to deepen your connections. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, join my Patreon community using the link below. And if you are looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. Don't forget to subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising, the Sun is now transiting your 10th house, the top of your chart, your career, your public life, your responsibilities, your goals. The 10th house represents honors, awards, promotion, success, achievement. It literally is you at the top of your chart with your life's ambitions. And so having the Sun illuminate this area of your life, it's transiting and putting this spotlight on your career, your public image, your reputation. You're likely to feel more ambitious, driven to achieve in your professional goals, or like this is you saying, I'm going to go after my goals with intensity. Scorpio's intensity, it brings about a focus on how can I transform and using power in my career. It's encouraging you to kind of take control of your professional path and make these impactful, serious decisions. You might also find yourself that you're in the public eye, either through recognition or increased responsibilities. The 10th house is all eyes being on you, and what can you offer and what can you give. Now, opportunities, I want to start with the Sun trine Saturn. This is going to happen on November 4th. Saturn is the planet with the rings around it. It's about creating something solid and stable that will last over a longer period of time. So it's going to help you to bring structure and discipline to your career path. This will be an excellent time for you to set these long-term professional goals in order for you to build this strong public image and take on the responsibility of your career trajectory, like owning it and making a plan to make things happen. The two challenges are going to be, the first one is going to happen as soon as the Sun moves into your career on October 22nd. This is going to be the Sun square Pluto. This is where it's going to bring this power struggle to the workplace or conflicts with authority figures. This is going to initiate all of the changes of what you'll be working on during this transit. Now, the next difficult transit is going to be Sun opposed Uranus. The Sun is illuminating your 10th house, and Uranus has to do with home or family or your foundation. And Uranus is shock and surprise. This will happen on November 16th, and this brings about these unexpected changes or surprises within your career path or your public reputation. So focus on solidifying your career goals. Look to build a stronger professional reputation education during this time. Now, there can be these challenges that arise, especially related to power dynamics within your workplace. Saturn's influence is here to support you on your long-term professional growth. Stay open to unexpected changes that come up for your career, as they can bring you these new opportunities for growth and success. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer you full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Pisces sun, moon, and rising, the sun is going to be moving into your 9th house, which I love because it's in a harmonious aspect with your first house of identity, who you are. It's in a fellow water sign. And so the 9th house represents higher learning. It's taking a class, taking a workshop. It's traveling somewhere. It's publishing. It's legal matters. It's belief systems. It's religion. And so having the sun now move into your 9th house, the focus turns to emphasizing your personal growth through higher learning or travel or exploring new belief systems. This is going to be a time that you're going to be drawn into, I need to broaden my horizons, whether through academic pursuits or whether spiritual studies, or I need to travel, like long distance travel to connect with other people, places, and things. Scorpio's energy, it adds about this intensity to explore, encouraging you to take that deep dive into new philosophies or into new experiences that can transform your worldview on things. You might feel compelled to reevaluate your belief systems or to embark on a journey of your self-discovery. So I want to bring up the opportunities first. There's going to be a trine first with the Sun trine Saturn that'll happen on November 4th. This is going to bring structure to your educational or your spiritual or your legal or your publishing pursuits. Saturn is the planet that has the rings, and it wants to build structures that will last over a longer period of time. And so being in a harmonious aspect with the Sun, this is going to be a great time that you're going to want to commit to these long-term learning opportunities or projects, or plan for this international travel. Saturn's influence, it's ensuring that your expansion of your knowledge or your travel is grounded and that it's purposeful and it's leading to these tangible results. And then there's two challenges. The first is going to be Sun square Pluto. This will happen as soon as the Sun moves into Scorpio. That'll be on October 22nd. Pluto is the planet of birth, death, and rebirth. It's a planet of transformation. And so there can be these internal conflicts around your belief systems or your philosophical outlook on things. And then it's going to follow up with November 16th, and that'll be Sun oppose Uranus. Now, Uranus is a wild card. It's shock, it's surprise, it's the liberator of the zodiac. And having it opposite of you or opposing, this could lead to unexpected changes within your travel plans or with a sudden shift in your worldview, urging you to adapt quickly. This could be a shift with something that has to do with a class or a workshop or publishing or legal matters. This transit overall is encouraging you to have this personal and spiritual expansion of your mind, but you might face the challenges in navigating these unexpected shifts in your beliefs or within travel plans. Now, Saturn's influence, this is trying to help you to remain focused on your long-term goals, whether they're related to higher education or spiritual growth or international exploration. Stay flexible. Be open to these new insights, because these can tend to lead to personal transformation that can come from within with the knowledge that you're gaining from connecting to other people, places, and things. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. For those looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe.